Hello, friends. Welcome to Level Up with Debbie Neal. I am your host. There is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now with you. This podcast is all about leveling up in all aspects of our lives. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Together, we are leveling up. You ready? Hello, my Level Up family. Last week was our 100th episode, and we spoke about being willing to give up your good life for a great life. Having a good life has the power of keeping us from our greatest life. Leveling up is being willing to grow to be great. And it ties in perfectly to today's topic. Today, we're going to be talking about elevating our leadership. That's our goal. Leaders are not born, they are developed. And there are several levels of leadership. One of my favorite books, John Maxwell, has a book called The 5 Levels of Leadership. And I can remember reading it years ago. And so before I started the book, I'm thinking to myself, oh, I'm level 5. Like, I'm a level 5 leader. I'm definitely 5. And then I completed the book and I was like, wow, I'm a 3. I'm a 3. So that was years ago. It was humbling and exciting because it was a reminder that we are a work in progress. We're always growing, we're always expanding, and we're always striving to elevate our leadership. Leadership is a journey. Our growth evolves over time. You want to be patient, meaning you're in this for the long haul, but persistent. You want to be patient and take actions every day to grow. Don't mistake patience for procrastination. Every day we have a choice to elevate our leadership. So today we're going to be going over 7 ways to elevate your leadership. Number 1, have a vision for your life. I feel like we talk about vision every episode. Touches on vision because vision's everything. Do you have a vision for your life? What is your leadership vision? I know mine. My vision is to empower millions of people, right? To get in their hearts and their souls to help them realize their God-given potential. My vision is to change the world through positive leadership. The more positive leaders, the greater the ripple effect in the world. So I'm obsessed about it. It wakes me up. It keeps me up. It drives me. It guides me. It's important to know why you are doing what you are doing. It forces us to elevate. Your vision will guide you as a leader. Number 2, self-awareness. It's impossible to level up without self-awareness. I did a podcast a few episodes back on just showing up. Right? Like, how do we show up in the world? And in order to elevate your leadership, you must be aware of how you show up. How do others see you? Many times we think we're showing up one way and our reality isn't the rest of the world's reality. Knowing how you show up gives you the knowledge and the power and the ability to elevate. And this goes back to the word authentic. Okay. I got a love-hate relationship with this word authentic. We use that word a lot today, and I like it. And it has power. But it could also be a word that we could hide behind, right? In order to elevate, it might require the next version of the authentic you. Remember, you don't attract what you want in your life. We attract what we are being. Make a list of qualities you'd love to have in a business partner, someone you'd like to attract. As leaders, we want to be conscious of our behaviors because our behaviors, they impact the people we lead. This is a trait that we want to cultivate in order to elevate our leadership. What are your personality traits, right? So like, how do you communicate? How do you listen? How do you serve? How do you show up? How do you speak? How do you rise during adversity? How do you react and adapt to change? Leaders who are self-aware, they reflect on their words. They reflect on their actions. Your words matter. Your actions matter. How there's a saying, it's not about what you say, it's how we make other people feel, right? So leaders reflect on how they are perceived by others. They work on their growth so they can lead their peers more effectively. As we build self-awareness, we develop personal control. As we grow, we elevate our leadership and we use our strengths to lead our team and we coach to win. So I think next week, in fact, I pretty much decided next week, we're going to dive more into self-awareness, do a whole episode on it because there's a lot of different things we could talk about. Okay. Number 3, serve. Leaders are servant leaders. The more we serve, the better we lead. A leader's goal is to be serving others above our own priorities. And let's not confuse serving with managing. Okay. A servant leader creates an environment that allows their team to thrive. We've talked about energy, right? So when you're leading from the front, you're creating that atmosphere for people to thrive. We serve our team by encouraging growth. And the best way to be authentic and powerful when encouraging growth is to be growing. Servant leadership isn't, I'm here for you. If you need me, I'm here. I'll be sitting at my desk in my office watching you all work. I'm happy to love and support you. No, I'm actually losing my own breath here. Okay. That's called management. When we are cheering others on without leading from the front, we are creating a management atmosphere, which does not elevate our leadership and always leads to resentment. Servant leaders offer a sense of purpose. They present a clear vision. Servant leaders cultivate and create an atmosphere of collaboration. Team members feel welcome and supported. Leadership is loving people and leading with excellence. True leaders have a servant heart. The more we grow, the level we serve, the more we elevate our leadership. Number 4, be a person of integrity. And I love this quote by Brené Brown. You can choose courage or comfort, but you can't choose both. Elevating your leadership isn't easy. It requires courage. It requires doing what's right over what's easy. It requires being the difference you wish to see in your business. It requires leading from the front. It requires expecting excellence, raising your standard, going first, doing what you said you were going to do. Leadership isn't management. Integrity is doing what is best, not taking the easy route. Leadership isn't about being liked. It's about doing what's best for your team, your company, and your organization. When we talk about integrity and leadership, we're talking about being honest, trustworthy, reliable. Leaders with integrity live in their word. They practice what they preach. They own up to their mistakes. They rise after they fall. They show up bigger than ever if they miss a goal or a target. Lean in when they are tempted to choose comfort, as opposed to hiding, blaming, shrinking back, and making excuses. Leaders that are committed to elevating don't make excuses, period. As we grow our integrity, we elevate our leadership. Number 5, leadership isn't about you. Someone once said that to me. And at the time, it left me speechless. I was like, it's not about you, Deb. And with each passing day, I realized how powerful it is. Leadership isn't about you. You're not that significant. And here's a quote that I love. Leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. Leadership is about serving others, making a difference in the lives of others. It isn't control. It isn't micromanaging. It isn't fear-based. Elevating your leadership is about doing what's best for others, even if it's challenging for you. Elevating your leadership requires the next level of you. Number 6, listen. The more we expand, the greater our influence, the more we listen. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We want to be a great listener. Now, don't confuse listening with being a therapist, unless, of course, you are a therapist, okay? But asking questions, engaging your team, empowering them to think and come up with solutions and action plans. If you truly listen, you're going to hear their why, even if they don't come out and tell you. If you'll hear their fears without them coming out and telling you, you'll understand them by listening. You hear more than words when you listen. The more we know, the better we can lead. Number 7, be willing to change. Change is the only constant. When we feel growth, when we feel uncomfortable, we elevate. If we use our pain to expand, this is the time to lean in versus shrink back. Last week, we spoke about giving up good for great. Most settle when they hit good to avoid the growth to great. When we see the power in discomfort, we'll always evacuate our comfort zones. This is the exact place that good leaders get surpassed by great leaders. They stay in the good. Good is the thief of great. When we avoid change, we limit our life. We limit our success. We limit the success of our team. We limit our leadership. When you are committed to constantly and consistently changing, it's going to feel like the norm. Change is the only constant. There is no elevation without change. You're ready to elevate. None of us came here to get this far. Leadership is a lifelong journey. Nothing changes until we change. Nothing expands until we expand. Our success will never outgrow our level of leadership. This is our passion. You're ready to elevate. It's not going to happen organically. It's not going to happen when the next level leader enters your life and your business. In fact, the next level leader is waiting for you to elevate so they can find you. As we elevate, what happens? We expand our belief, we expand our vision, and so our net expands and we attract the next level of people in our life. So next week, we're going to dive more into self-awareness. How others see us, how others perceive us is huge when it comes to leveling up. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but I started doing affirmations that are following the Monday segment. So for example, this episode is on elevating your leadership. Okay. So the affirmation is going to drop on Wednesday is elevating your leadership affirmations. So they're going to go hand in hand. We become what we believe, and affirmations in our life make a tremendous difference. So I love you, my friends. It's time to elevate.